thank you to everybody who was there last night at Tipitina's, a wonderful musical landmark there with Dan Le Batard, and had some fun for an hour or so. All the Danettes, all the backroom guys, everybody came except for...
I knew that was coming.
Todd.
Yeah, I was not there for that.
Yeah.
But it was not about not supporting you. It was like a mini protest. And I ended up meeting a very nice couple and some kids at the hotel and talked their ear off for an hour. Went for a walk around Bourbon Street, the French Quarter. Got a workout in. Okay. Almost went in the pool and jacuzzi.
No, I don't care what you did.
Almost.
But I didn't want you to take it as like, everyone came to support me and be there for me. I go to your stand-up comedy and you decide to blow off my thing. But I guess you could feel that way.
That is true.
But it wasn't meant to, I didn't go out of my way. You know what? I'm going to really stick it to Dan. I bet you everyone's going to show up
but
and
they did.
Hold his hand, and I'm going to be the only one.
You were the only one not there.
Hold his hand.
Yeah. You just had to show up. You didn't have to do anything.
I was taking
Everybody was there.
It was a political
Big
statement.
German was there. Dylan was there.
I ran into the big German in the elevator. He goes, you're coming downstairs, right? I go, actually, I wasn't going to head over there. Oh, you're going to hear crap about that tomorrow. He knew it was coming.
877-3DP Show. Email address, dp@danpatrick.com. Twitter handle at DP Show. Good morning if you're watching on Peacock and our radio affiliates as well. Yes, Eaton.
What were you protesting, Todd?
Oh boy.
Why are you protesting Tipitina's?
Tipitina's.
I have nothing against Tipitina.
Legendary music.
Awesome venue.
Yeah.
Really, really cool place.
Yeah. I went there 37 years ago with my wife when we took the bike trip from Atlanta to New Orleans. And we nearly ended our marriage going from Atlanta to New Orleans. 6 days.
So we're on Hattiesburg. This isn't working.
I think it was, I think we were in Mississippi. I think we were in Gulfport or Jackson or something like that. But 500 miles, 6 days. And that'll test your marriage, by the way. And we ended up at Tipitina's having some beers, watching the Radiators. And all of a sudden, we forgot everything that transpired those previous 6 days.
Came away stronger for it.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we're still together. I have not been on that bike in 37 years.
Good for you.
I said to my wife, we got to New Orleans, and I said, hon, pack it up. I'm not riding it again. And I still have that bike, and I've never ridden it again.
Protesting it 37 years later.
Yeah, I had a protest with my bike. Todd had a protest against
We all have to
something.
take a stand sometimes.
Yeah.
If you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. Isn't that what they say?
Okay.
I heard that somewhere.
Well,
Activist Todd Fritz.
Tipitina's, where that name? It's not Tip and Tina's, right? It's not two people that
it's
own
not.
the place.
No, it's not. If you would have gone, you would have noticed.
I was
that.
curious what the origin of that. It's an interesting name.
Well, why are you asking me now? Why not Google it?
Yeah, I guess
you
I
had
could
plenty of
Google
time last night to Google it.
I did have a couple of side minutes.
That's all right. Yes, Paul.
Tipitina's is Creole for I don't support my boss.
Not going
Now
to
it
be like
makes
the rest
sense.
of you guys holding Dan's hand the whole time.
Dan Le Batard's entire staff was there.
Yeah, they were.
Everybody was there.
They talk while you guys are in the middle of talking on stage? If you're going to open up the door, I'm going to walk through it.
I'll tell you what, Stu Gotts tried to make
He
the night
did.
about himself.
Stu Gotts.
He sure did. He very much. You knew the minute he entered the building, you knew the minute he left the building because that was
He's got a
turned into
book
his
out, I
show.
think.
Yeah, Le Batard's sidekick, Stu Gotts.
Yeah.
That's not true, Dan.
I didn't hear him at all every
Oh my
time his name was
God,
mentioned.
Yeah, he was in the back yelling. But other than that, it was a great night. I had a wonderful night.
Was there an intermission? Did they give out a playbill? What was going on over there?
Todd, it's not a joke, okay?
Were the curtains open?
I opened my heart last night to our audience, and you weren't there.
Much to your dismay.
Yes, true.
Dan, we are here for you today. I want to talk about the many things that make you the great man that you are. We are also privileged to be here. That's my Dan Le Batard impression.
Excellent, actually. That's quite good.
It was a deep dive, and I just kept, he wanted to talk about, my personal journey and my health, and I just was like, no, I don't think so. I don't want to do that. Yes, Eden.
There was a point where Dan Le Batard asked Dan Patrick, what was love like in the house? And I was like, oh, man, we might have to go see Dan.
I was yelling up, there's a trade. There's been a trade.
Yeah,
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler! You're like, what the hell's wrong? I don't know, man.
I thought that I was there with Sally Jesse Raphael or Dr. Phil.
You're not going to get me to cry.
No.
Well, then,
No.
well.
No.
You gotta stop doing what you're doing, Dan, in the bedroom. That's not gonna work. You're walking around with a hose and a hat. Don't make
I
you no
don't
fireman.
know if we need to say that. That had nothing to do with last night.
Yeah, how would he know? He wasn't there.
Yeah, you weren't.
I have no idea. I'm
Yeah, you
just
can't even
guessing.
comment. How was Law and Order, punk?
Because everybody loves Raymond, first of all.